Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langhayate girim Yatkripatamaham vande Paramanandamadhavam. So we were looking into verse number 22 and 23 in the last class of the fourth chapter. And that was Yadrichhalava santushtah dvandvatito vimatsara samasiddhav siddhaucha kritvapina nibadhyate. So this was referring to a sannyasi, a jnani sannyasi. And the next verse 23rd was referring to a jnani karmi. Karmi in the sense a grahasti.
Jnani grahasti, ha.
Jnani grahasti. So that is the difference. And the major mistake I was doing in explaining that was I took it as a karma yogi, but because I did not refer to the bhashya. And also the problem is when you interpret your way the verses, then you can go into a problem, because that is why always you have to go to the bhashya and to the commentary. So there yajna in the 23rd verse is because samagram karma praviliyate. Samagram praviliyate means karma along with karma phala. Everything is praviliyate. There is nothing at all, because karma and karma phala itself is not there. Even he is a grasti, because doership is not there, because he is a jnani. When doership is not there, so that yajna meaning here is not in the meaning of Ishvara Arpanam. So yajnaya acharata karma, this yajna is basically Brahma yajna only. And therefore, gata sangasya muktasya, it was said, the one who is liberated, the one who is abiding in the, his chetas is abiding in the jnanam, jnana avastita chetasa. Gata sangasya muktasya, जिसमें से संग चला गया है. All asaktis have gone from whom? Karma sakti, karma phala sakti, all kinds of sangas have gone from whom? Jnana vartita chetasa, yajnaya acharata karma. So therefore, this yajna has to be interpreted always differently in different places. The yajna which was referred to in the third chapter, that is not here. It is not a repetition. It is the fourth chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Jnana Karma Sannyasa. Karma Sannyasa is referring to sannyasa with Jnanam. So the whole chapter topic name itself is Jnana Karma Sannyasa. So Karma Sannyasa, karma nobody can give up. But Jnanena Kartitva is given up. Once Kartitva is given up, you are no more a doer. Whether you are whatever lifestyle you are living. Whether you are a sannyasi or a grahasti. So whatever you are doing, you can just keep doing, because doer itself is not there. Karma and karma phala also will not come to you, the jnani. Because the grahasti is also mukta, gata sanga, jnana avastita chetasaha, and therefore samagram praviliyate. All yajnaya acharata karma samagram praviliyate. Samagram praviliyate is in that meaning, that everything just dissolves. That is, nothing comes to a jnani. Whether you are still, whatever reasons you still keep pursuing karma like Janaka, etc., jnani, that is not going to stick to you. Now today's verses we will do. You want to say anything, anybody, about the last class revision, Jaya?
Swamiji, only that between karma yoga and jnana, there's only a question of degrees, that as you are practicing karma yoga, you'll experience moments of tranquility and cheerfulness, as Swamiji says in the book, right? But when the achievement, the final achievement of that jnana means it's just that all of that is abiding always. There's a permanence to it.
But the whole difference, that's rightly said. But the whole difference is there is Bheda Buddhi in Karma Yoga, whereas the Jnana Yoga, there's Abheda Buddhi.
Abheda
Jiva
buddhi.
Ishvara is not separate.
Yes.
Jiva is one with Ishvara, Jiva is one with Brahma. Jiva is Brahma. And that is what today's verses are going to talk about. Because all that is to be talked about is about today's verses is all about the Jnanam only. Brahmarpana, Brahmavi, all the Karakas. All the Karaka Mardana happens. So this everything is Brahman and Brahman alone. Right? Anybody else wants to say? Rajiv? Last class.
Just qualifying Jaya's what Jaya said. Basically, Karma Yoga is an attitude, whereas Jnanam is Samagya Darshanam, where you know that Atma is Brahman, and as you said that there's a Abheda Buddhi. The Bhed Buddhi is there in Karma Yoga, and Abhed Buddhi is there with the Jnana. And in verse 22nd, Swamiji, Bhagavan talks about Lakshanas of a Jnani. Basically, these are attributes, are whatever is the result of Jnanam that is being taught. And then the question arises that, okay, Jnani is there, and now what will happen to the Jnani? Will that Jnani be working? Or he's a grast, as he's a Sarva sannyasi with the Karma Yoga? What kind of activities he will be doing? So if he does some kind of activities, will there still be a Karma Phala? So this 23rd verse clarifies, since he knows himself to be a Karta, whatever he does, he accrues no Karma Phala. So he's always Mukta, he's Asanga, he whatever he does for Lok Sangrah Hetu, or whatever prarabdha he has to do that karma is done without attachment to that to results, because he's already mukta. So it doesn't matter what he does. Doesn't matter what he does. Once he's
So the
free,
22nd verse is
he's always
specially
free.
referring to a sannyasi because it was Yadricha Labha Santushtaha Dvandvatito Vimatsara. So that is especially, it is talking about a person of lifestyle of a sannyasi, whereas 23rd verse is talking especially of the person who is a karmi. Karmi in the sense of grahasti, who is involved still engaged in karma somehow. But there it is a kind of a avaduta kind of a person who is talked of.
Yeah.
Yadricha Labha Santushta. That is the only difference. But both the verses are talking about Jnani. But
Yeah.
that is sannyasi Jnani, he is a grahasti Jnani. So
So
grahasti
Grasti Jnani
Jnani,
also will be Yadracha Labha Santushta, no?
yeah,
Whatever, because
that he will be there, but
because
that
that is common to
lifestyle. Because samasiddhava siddhaucha, yadricha lava santushta he can be, but here he is specially talking about sannyasi there. That is what Shankaracharya ji also writes.
Swamiji, but because the confusion can arise that because he is still involved in karma, so he may not be yadracha labha santushta, because he
That is
seems to
what, that
be
is what.
working for something. So
Yes,
this is negated by through this verse.
that is what I'm
It's
saying.
not that he's he's not
He
doing
can be
any karma.
santushta, but he is working in the society same way that he was doing before. But he is no more a doership is not there. Within he is a jnani. It is as though doing, as though happening, whatever is happening in his life. As though. Yeah.
And Swamiji, he'll also be Dundita and Vimatsara also.
So that
Because he's a
all
jnani
that is
anyway.
all okay. But especially it is referring to, don't go to word by word. It is the totally that verse is for a sannyasi, next verse is for a grahasti.
Got it, sir.
You don't say that every word jnani is the same because doership is not there, it is same to same. How can you differentiate a jnani between two jnanis? Because of the lifestyle, you cannot differentiate. Right?
Swamiji, here the Gat Sangha, all attachments are gone, I think.
All attachments are not there
Others are,
anymore. Gata sangasya muktasya jnanavatita chetasa. Yes. Yes, speak, Mithilesh, whatever you want to say in these verses.
स्वामी जी मैंने तो वर्ड बाय वर्ड देखती जा रही थी, बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ा नहीं मैंने, बट इवन देन the karma yogi who's all attached, he's doing all his duty without attachment only. All
Not karma yogi. He is not a karma yogi. This is
But-
grahasti jnani.
Grahasthi Gyani, okay.
Yes, it is.
Jnani, he is a jnani with no doership. Karma
So,
yogi has still doership.
so he has no punya pap. He is gatsangas. All when attachments are gone, he is feeling no doership in anything.
Yes.
Swami, this word is specifically used Gatsangya Muktasya because he is still involved in karma. That's why this is important word in this verse.
Yes.
Because it may seem to someone that he is attached, but he's completely detached because
But his mind is totally abiding in the knowledge.
abiding.
So acharata karma, whatever acharata karma is given, because he is still karma में आचरण हो रहा है उसका. So yajnaya, that whatever is happening is for yajna. And what yajna is here, Brahma yajna. This is not Ishvara Arpanam attitude of a yogi. That is why samagram praviliyate. And that is why because he is abiding, he is mukta, he is gata sangha, therefore whether karma or karma phala, because doership, the doership factor is not there, therefore nothing will stick to him. That's it.
Swamiji, in this book also it is mentioned Mukta means one who is liberated from the ignorance, doership, and therefore from dharma and adharma, right, wrong, and punya and pap.
Yes. That is what Jnani is.
So
When
Mukta means, yes, doership
liberated.
is not.
Mukta is grahasti
Liberated.
can be also mukta.
Yeah.
Na?
Yes.
Yeah, that is what. Okay, done?
Raja Janak is an example, prime example
Yes,
of
Raja Janak is the example.
continues with his Grihastha life as well as his Rajasic life. But since he is not attached to his doership, it is not attracting any papa punya and it has no impact on him.
Yes.
And Swamiji, this word Muktasya has to be read with Gata Sangasya. If you read it isolate, then it will have a different meaning because this is a combined word. So Gata Sangasya Muktasya. So when you use Muktasya, it's for Gata Sangha only, not otherwise.
No, you can independently also you can read both
They're
together.
independently both meaningful words. I don't think
Independently
there is
also you can read. Why not
नहीं है.
independently? See, I don't know why you can take every word independently also.
Okay.
Why not grasta? Grasta can be said mukta.
Basically, here we are talking of someone who is not a sannyasi, and because he is not a sannyasi, he has certain roles to play. But he continues to perform those roles without attachment in a liberated manner. And he's a jnani in that sense. A
Yes.
sannyasi doesn't have those roles to fulfill, and therefore it is not so apparent that he's acting. But whereas a grihastha, because he has roles of king, father, brother, he'll continue to play those roles, he or she, but he will or she will remain a gata sangasya as well as muktasya.
This yadricha lava santushta is the word which is really differentiating the two. Because yadricha lava santushta is whatever comes is only sannyasi can ask for bhiksha, na? Grihasti cannot ask for bhiksha. There is no rule for any grihastha has a kitchen, he has to give. All the other three ashrams, you can ask bhiksha. Brahmachari can ask bhiksha. Vanaprasthi can also ask bhiksha because he is living in a forest. And sannyasi definitely can ask for bhiksha. Only grihasti is the one who cannot ask for bhiksha. And he cannot go to an ashram and just eat freely. That is why ashrams you are supposed to go and give donation when you eat. Only for this purpose that you should not take bhiksha. Because you are grihasti. Right?
One would be a thief if one
Ah,
without giving something in exchange.
that is what it is. That is why grihastha responsibility is so much is there. And that is why for a jnani, gata sangasya muktasya jnana avastita chetasa. His mind is totally abiding in jnana. But still acharata karma. He is still involved in karma, doing things, but as though doing. Right? As though doing, as though he is but whatever he is doing as though is for Brahma Yagya only. Yagya in the sense of what he is going to enumerate later in the verse Brahmarpanam Brahmavi. Then he says, then he gives a Vedic ritual example wherein all the ritual, Vedic ritual, how it can be with the eye of a wisdom of everything is Brahman. This wisdom is there. Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. तो ब्रह्मार्पणम ब्रह्म हविहि ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतम. तो what is the meaning? Offering is Brahman. What is offering? Havis. ब्रह्म अर्पणम, जिससे अर्पण करते, अर्प्यते अनेन. फुटनोट देखोगे तो पता लगेगा. कहाँ है फुटनोट? किसी पेज पे है ना, अर्पण अर्पणम का फुटनोट है ना. अनेन, by means of this, अर्प्यते is offered. Arpanam, the means, the instrument with which the oblation is offered into the fire during a ritual, and this could mean both the wooden ladle and the mantra. Both, it can mean both. It can be the wooden ladle by which you offer the havis, so that is also Brahman. Or also you are offering the havis through a mantra, that is also with which offering is made. That is also arpyate anena. That is arpanam. So that is Brahma. Arpyate anena, that is Brahma. And then Brahma havihi, the oblation, what you are offering to the fire. Fire you can think of outside. Fire you can think of inside also, in the stomach, Jatharagni. That is why this mantra is considered, any ritual is considered to be yajna. So if you don't do prayer, so you have to keep doing some yajna or the other. And therefore making eating as a yajna is the best way, because you keep eating whole day. Then you can make everything yajna whole day. So Brahmarpanam, at least twice a day you can do full meals. Brahmarpanam Brahmavi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam. Brahmagnau, the Agni to which you are offering, that is also Brahma. Agnau, that is the locative case. Brahmanahutam. And who is eating it? Hutam. By Brahman only. Brahmaiva tena gantavyam. And what is the purpose of all this ritual? What you are doing, yajna?
To reach Brahman.
To reach Brahman. That is gantavyam. Therefore, Brahma eva gantavyam. Whatever you are doing with this idea, it is going to go to Brahman only. That is what Brahma Karma Samadhina. And by what? Everything Brahma Karma Samadhina. Everything what you do is only Brahma Karma. That understanding by which you are doing, then only by one who sees everything as Brahman. With this understanding, when you are doing with the everything, when it is Brahman, the purpose is to achieve that Brahmanhood. Brahman, Brahma eva tena gantavyam. Tena by this anena ritualena. By this ritual. That is Brahmarpanam Brahmavihi Brahmagnau Brahmana Hutam. Who is doing this verse? Riya, you try.
So basically, the whole
Loud.
basically the whole vision of Vedanta is being revealed through ritual in this specific verse, wherein it is called that the karta, karma, karana, and the place where the
Karana nahi, Karana.
karana.
Karana is cause, Karana is instrument.
And the karana and the place where the action is taking place is also Brahman. So every karaka, the means of offering is Brahman, Brahma Arpanam. What is offered is also Brahman, Brahma Haviha. And where the offering is made is also Brahman, Brahma Agnau. Who is making the offering is also Brahman.
Nahi, Brahmagnau. Brahmagnau, to where you are making the offering in the fire, that is Brahman.
Where the offering is made is also
Brahman.
Brahman, Brahmagnau.
Brahma
By whom
Hutam is the one who is eating, the Hutam,
the,
who is
the
receiving it.
Mhm. And it is done to gain Brahman only, and the one who sees everything as Brahman is the one who will actually gain Brahman through this ritual, because he knows the Satya and he knows that everything and anything is Brahman. Even if this everything is Brahman, if this ritual is done for, let's say, for specific results, for heaven or anything, that person will get those specific results. But the karta, the doership and enjoyership would be there. But for a jnani who knows that
Doership and enjoyership will not, for a
for
jnani it will not be there.
yeah, but for the one who is doing it for specific result, there is still the
There is
doership.
still there, yeah.
But for the one who knows this knowledge,
So verse can be taken as an attitude with the ritual also, and specific attitude towards whatever ritual has the purpose. But for this is not taken as a ritual, because this verse cannot be taken as a yogi, for a yogi. It is for a jnani only. Because Brahmaiva tena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina, second line is very specifically telling that the purpose is to reach Brahman. And also Brahmaiva tena gantavyam. So Brahma Eva is the purpose of taking this everything. So through Antakarana Shuddhi, you can say initially, by doing the ritual is for the purpose of Antakarana Shuddhi, and therefore there is no specific purpose as such, but to gain Brahman, but for gaining by this Antakarana Shuddhi by the Vedic ritual, whatever you are doing. But this Vedic ritual is not a Vedic ritual here. It is any karma can be a ritual here, with the attitude of this understanding that everything is Brahman. Right? Everybody understanding? Anybody wants to say something more on this verse?
Swamiji,
Yes.
in every action, there are 6 factors involved. One is
Yes.
the agent, action, object, means, purpose, and place where action is.
Agent, object and action.
Agent.
You said two or one only. Object is karma. Karta is the agent. Karma is the
Agent.
object of action.
Object. Then
Karana is the instrument of action.
means.
And
Then
purpose, fourth is the purpose. Fifth is the from where it is done.
Place where it
And
is done.
sixth is not a karaka, because it is not connected to the kriya.
Possessive.
So it is a possessive case. It is connected to the noun, the karta of the action.
Kaake ki and all.
Possessive
all
or locative case, 7. So all the 6 karakas, they are all Brahman.
All are Brahman. Here all karakas are Brahman.
Yes. So there is, when all karakas are Brahman, so where is the separation? There is no separation.
So, there are no doership, and the person feels that I am Brahman, or he reaches
Feels,
the.
there is no feeling. See, this in this this saying, these words, your Vedanta students should be very clear. It's not a matter of feeling, it's matter of knowing.
Knowing,
It's
yeah,
not,
he knows
you don't feel to be Brahman, you are Brahman.
you are Brahman.
So there's a knowledge, right?
Swamiji, this 5th karaka, it is mentioned that from where action is coming. What does it mean, from where action is coming?
वो जैसे कि पेड़ से कुछ गिरा, तो वो that goes to Panchami, वृक्षात पतति, फलम पतति वृक्षात. So that Panchami takes from where? And then yata pravrittir bhutanam. Yata is from where the whole pravritti, everything is emanating from the Ishvara. So everything is coming from Ishvara. So therefore, from which place you are going, from gramat gramam gacchati. Gramat, from one village to another village you go. So that karaka also, from one village to another, Ramaha gacchati. Rama gacchati, Rama is the karta. From village to village, from gramat gramam gacchati. So that from one village, from where he is starting to the another village, to where he is reaching. The object of his gachanam Gamanam, Gachanam, Gamanam, object of Gamanam is a village. So Gramad, Gramam, Gacchati. So Gramam is karma and Rama is the karta. Gramat from one place to another. So if you say from Vrikshat Patati, so from where? And the whole Srishti has come from whom? Yatap. So in the Brahma Sutra also, na? First sutra is what? Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Then second is from where this Srishti is Yatap. I'm forgetting. Rajiv or Google.
Here, Agni is the place where it is.
Yasmat.
Different, locative place.
Not locative. This fifth Panchami only is there in the second sutra. Second Brahma Sutras. Just vanishing from my mind.
So
Yes.
Swamiji, it's like light coming from fire.
Light coming from fire,
So
but
the
I'm
energetic
asking.
and energy there, you know.
I'm asking second sutra.
Second sutra. Or Brahma Sutra.
What are you doing, Sharda?
I'm reading something. Brahma Sutra का प्रथम सूत्र अथाथो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा अथाथो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा साधक की
Are second sutra you read.
अच्छा second sutra.
I am asking second, you are reading first.
Janmadi Asya.
Janmadyasya yataha. Janmadyasya yataha. Yataha is that yasmad. Janmadi, etc. from whom? Where it is from, right? I thought you people will be quick enough to tell me. That is why I asked a question. Janmadyasya yataha, right? So yata is what? Panchami vibhakti. So Janmadi is from whom? Yata. Yasmat. That is yata. Okay, Gautam ji?
Means suppose I am doing the yag, then from where this is coming?
Are yagya is from where?
Coming
It is coming. Every karaka cannot be there in every action.
Yeah, that is there.
You don't have to put every karaka.
No, is it related to the samagri what we are bringing from where? Means ghee and this oblation.
These are means only.
No, means where from action is coming.
I think it's the हम लोग जो ग्रामर में सीखते हैं ना कर्ता ने कर्म को करण से संप्रदान.
I think what Gautam ji is asking is in the shlok where he's talking about the yagya. What is the look? I mean, what are they asking? Ki kahan se aaya? He's asking, is it the samagri or is it the person or is it the fire? Where does that fifth karaka come in?
Fifth karaka,
In this example.
every action will not have every karaka, Baba.
No. I'm saying, I'm just explaining what Gautam ji is asking.
No, ठीक है, fine.
Every action, everything will not be there.
हो जाएगा ना?
Yeah.
Everything, even the say is Brahma.
Right. Okay. Done.
Because ultimately,
Yes.
samagri, everything is coming from Brahma.
Location also Brahmagnav.
Brahma.
Agnav. Havis is karma. Brahmana hutam, by eaten by whom? Is that who eater is Brahman?
Brahma.
Brahma eva tenagan. Purpose is for the sake of Brahman. And everything is Brahman. That understanding, right? Abhi, well understood? Now you will do prayers when you are doing this. This is the best prayer of doing it according to when you are.
Before me.
So this relates to the Nirvana Shatakam.
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes. The part of it sounds like
I mean, everything is
Bhojam,
same thing. Yeah.
Yes.
No bhojam, no bhokta.
Bhokta.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to say anything on this verse? Otherwise, go to the next.
Basically, Smagya Darshan is explained here.
Samyak
Because
darshanam.
Smagya Darshanam is explained here because
Samyak
Brahma Karma
darshanam.
Samadhina, because that
First you say samyak
Jnani is
darshan. Samyak darshan.
Samagya
Samak.
Darshanam.
Samagya nahi, samyak.
Samyak Darshanam.
Samyak.
So it's basically Samyak Darshanam. So it's basically a
Samagra, we can
reflection
say
of
samagra or samagra karma praviliyate, that is samagra word. But you are mixing two words. Samyak darshanam.
Samyak Darshanam. So because he had a Gyanishta and he's firmly established in this Abheda Buddhi. So everything turns, all actions are turn into Mithya only. The only Satya is there, the Tattva is there, and he understands that all he does, because Brahman is everywhere and everything is Brahman, there is no differentiation of knower, known, and the knowledge. That nirvikalpa has been achieved. So he sees all with the help of a ritual. Bhagavan says that there is no differentiation left of anything. Everything is Brahman only.
Yes.
That is the final stage. This is how.
Yes. That is what this whole thing is to be understood. This is the main thing to be understood in this verse. And karma phala is not there for, so everything is as though happening and everything is Brahman. So the whole drishti, darshanam is samyak about Brahman. That karta is Brahman, karma is Brahman, karana is Brahman, purpose is Brahman, to gain the Brahman. And everything, whatever is from to where, whatever are karakas, they are all Brahman. Therefore, the triputi, doer, that triputi of experiencer, experiencing and experienced, the subject and the object, and like whatever there's a seer, the seen and seeing. All three are not three actually. Triputi, there are not three, they are one and the same. When you say you are experiencing, you are eating food. So this person who has this knowledge, every karma is no karma at all, because everything is him only. What eaten is food eaten is Brahman, eater is Brahman, bhokta, bhojyam, all is Brahman. Then what is the karma left? There is no karma. And that is the understanding. But that does not mean that normal life will become haywire. Everything will remain normal only. But your understanding, your vision about life will have a drastic cognitive shift and abidance in this view of life, and therefore the way of life attitudes also will be different in this vision, and therefore everybody is wanting to have this vision, because the ultimate reality of you, the doer, I, who is acting in this world, the world is separate from you. So in you, everything is happening, and therefore, how this as though can keep happening? Because this doer, from where the activity is emanating, is nothing but Brahman. Even this ego, who is as though ego, something happens through him, and therefore, in that vision, he keeps acting. That is why this whole Gita is, you can give up all action by jnanam. Therefore, jnana karma sannyasa, kartritva is gone, doership is gone, because there is no kriya in Atma. Atma is non-moving, achala. And therefore, it's a non-moving Atma where it will do, nothing happens in it. It is timeless, spaceless, objectless awareness. So beautiful this vision is, because you keep thinking yourself to be this puny little jiva, confined in this body, mind, sense complex. Fine, you can still live a life in this body, mind, sense complex, knowing the beauty of this existence. New beauty of this existence is what? That is what you can appreciate. Mind is given to appreciate your isness, amness, your beingness in the world. And that isness, amness, beingness cannot be appreciated just like that, It has to be. That is what the whole Vedanta is trying to teach you, your real reality. And what is mithya, what Rajiv is saying, everything is dependent, and everything what is dependent on this is mithya. Mithya does not mean it is not there. Mithya means which depends for its existence on something else. That is mithya. Whatever is depending, that all that activity, all that thing, all objects, all situations, whole life can be termed as mithya, which is dependent on satyam. And who is the satya? The changeless you. Right?
Yeah,
Go
this
to
is
the next.
this is the way Jnani sees the karma in karma, and by negation, all karma is negated about it. There's no karma at all.
So what was said was karmani akarma ya pashet. This is the whole thing which is explained in this way. Karmani akarma ya pashet, akarmani cha karma ya. So akarma is the understanding. Actionlessness is the understanding that in Atma there is no kriya. Akarma. Therefore, that akarma is why akarma, because this is the reality. All karaka mardana has been done. All karakas have been destroyed completely as though they are not there. Karakas are not there because every karaka is Brahman only. That is what it is. See, this is
Swamiji,
Bhagavad
that
Gita.
example of
This is Bhagavad Gita. Yes.
so in this particular book, that example of the movie is also mentioned there. That when
Yes.
we go to the movie, then we see the movie, and when we come out, we feel that as if it was just an appearance only, and it was appearing on the screen, and a screen which remains the asanga, that is the atma, and whatever has happened on the screen, that was simply an appearance only.
Yes. And the basis was the screen.
The
Everything
screen.
what was moving. So that is, you don't give reality to it.
Yeah.
But a child gives reality to it and starts crying if something bad happens. So we are all children.
We also cry.
We also cry.
नहीं जगत वही जगत मिथ्या
We don't
ब्रह्मन जो है
understand
सत्य
that. We take
जगत
it to be
मिथ्या
Satyam.
And Swami, there's another way of looking at it also. Since you see when you see a very interesting movie, you don't stop talking about it. Similarly, when you understand Vedanta, you don't stop talking about it. You keep talking about Vedanta only. So this can be seen this way also. The movie
Yeah,
example.
therefore, this is the very interesting thing. That is why Vedanta is so interesting, that it gives you the vision of your whole true reality. And therefore, how can you just be away from it? Because you can just leave everything, not this. Because the beauty of knowing your true reality, you can still, you can just get immersed and start dancing. And whether you start dancing or not, you are just inner joy of fulfillment, of completeness in everything. You can have that by sheer understanding. And because there is sheer understanding only, there is nothing else to be done. What else you have to do? You can't do anything about, because it's only confusion in the mind.
Right.
That,
And Swamiji, you can give up anything but the self.
Ah,
And when you know the self, how can you not indulge in the self?
ah. So when you know the self means you means now you know who is this you. As though you. Knowing is also as though, listening is also as though, and still you continue as though, because waking state continues, dream state, waker is as though waker, experiencing, whole thing is experiencing whatever is there. But life remains normal, but vision is completely different.
The beauty of this verse is it shows akarma in karma itself.
Itself.
So you negate karma by saying
That's what I said, na?
only karma is
Karmani akarma
akarma.
yap pashet. Karmani akarma yap pashet. It is that explanation of that only. Karmani akarma yap pashet. The 18th verse was this. Now this is 24th verse. From that verse onwards, that verse has been explained in so many factors, so many ways. Gita is very methodically done. Bhagavan Krishna, when Vedavyasa, Krishna Dvaipayana, his name was, Bhagavan Vedavyasa's name was what? Krishna Dvaipayana. So Krishna is, Bhagavan Vedavyasa was also Krishna only. And here also our author was also same name. And the hero is also the same name. Right? Coincident. I will not say author has given name. It's all not bogus. Mahabharata is an epic. People try to prove that Mahabharata is an epic and therefore it is a story. All that is not there because all our stories are all true stories. Even if they are epics, they were already known because Vyasa was Trikala Gyata. He knew what is going to come, what has happened, what is going to come, what is happening. All Trikala Drashta he was. He knew everything. What
And
else?
one thing, in this verse, that Brahman is superimposed on all these karakas deliberately.
Karakas are superimposed upon Brahma. Brahma is not.
Karakas, yeah. Karakas is superimposed on Brahman.
Karakas are superimposed on Brahma.
Yeah, sorry.
Right?
The tail is not wagging the dog.
Yeah, उल्टा बोल दिया मैंने.
हाँ. Karakas.
सब दिमाग उल्टा हो गया है ना, दिन का रात हो गया है अभी.
जया, अभी किसी का इस वर्ष से आगे बढ़ने का मन नहीं कर रहा है ना, इतना अच्छा वर्ष है. Right?
It's very interesting, Swamiji. Yeah, the negation of it is also Brahman. Aham bhojanam na bhokta na, not this, not this, not this. But everything is this is also true. So it's kind of like x divided by 0 is also infinity. Sushunya and infinity is all one and the same at the end of the day.
Yes.
Amazing.
दैवमेवापरे यज्ञं योगिनः पर्युपासते ब्रह्माज्ञावपरे यज्ञं यज्ञेनैवोपजुह्वति. Now he's talking about various forms of disciplines. Yajnas as disciplines. So what is saying? So here he is saying all the disciplines in the form of yajnas he is explaining. So apare yogina, some yogis, like karma yogis, apare yogina, now he's talking of karma yogi, daivam yagyam eva paryupasate, ritual invoking deities, daiva, ishvara, all those daivam, different kind of deities you are invoking through the ritual performance. Apare and sannyasis, others, brahmagnav, unto the fire of knowledge. So fire, that is knowledge, unto the fire which is knowledge of Brahman, into that they are doing. So he is talking about yogis and sannyasis. And yagyam is what? The self. The self is also yagya, the Brahma. Yagya is also Brahma. Brahma is Atma. Atma is the self. That is Ahankara. And yagyena eva upajufvati. So by yagya, by the self, only Ahankara itself is offered into this fire of knowledge. What are you offering? So therefore you are offering yourself as Ahankara is offered into this fire of knowledge, which is Brahmagnav. That is what sannyasis do. So yogis, what they are doing? Through the rituals, they are invoking Ishvara, different kind of deities they perform. And sannyasis, so first line is for yogis, second line is for jnanis, sannyasis. This is what it is. Who has studied Sharda can explain. Sharda, you have studied or you were in the office? Both.
No, last 3 days I've been in the office only. I came back today only now. So.
Well, then it's okay.
But I've been in a very interesting place, and sometime I will discuss it with you because we are talking about skill development and Indian knowledge system. So
Excellent. Yeah, you can
what
talk
we are
about
discussing here, we can relate there.
any day except Sunday. Sunday, Kapilji, I'm busy with Kapilji is coming to Devaprayag.
Yes. Sir.
I'm waiting for him to come.
So here, so in this verse, basically what is being said is that for karma yogis, all the karmas that they perform is only for one purpose and one purpose alone, which is antakarna shuddhi.
Yes.
That which means basically to prepare your mind for knowledge. So let us always remember the goalpost that's in front of us. The
Yes.
goalpost is moksha, and the karma yogi performs every action as a devotion, as an offering to God. As long as the karma yogi performs every action with that attitude, not because he wants a particular result or because he doesn't want something. So as long as he's performing every ritual, and when we say every ritual, it means every karma, right from waking up to cooking to walking to eating to everything. So all the karmas, as you start disciplining your mind, it starts becoming a antakarna shuddhi. Whereas the jnani has kind of made himself itself. So all the karmas of him has become a yajna. So himself has been offered into the altar of Brahman. And
he himself offers means, see, this is all way of saying Ankara is offered.
It is metaphorically meant to say that he is kind of offered himself.
Yes, yes, yes.
So he's no longer an actor. So these karmas and doing any antakarna shuddhi is no longer valid for a jnani. So the jnana, anyway, everyone here is a mumukshu or a seeker. And here, when you say offering himself, as Swamiji said, it doesn't mean suicide. So let's not think he's jumping into the fire. Here, what you are basically offering into the fire is your ahankara, your whole sense of doership, your whole I sense. So that is the feeling that the doer is myself, but the one who knows is also myself. The known is also myself. What is being offered is also myself. So I'm Brahman. So basically, this is an extension of the previous verse to say that this is the Samyak Darshana that Dr. Rajiv ji was saying, the clarity of vision, to have a clear vision. So it's different when you are a jnani and you're performing a yajna, because there you are performing it as if you yourself are the offering. So both these yajnas described here, one the Deva yajna and one the Jnana yajna. So Deva yajna is the Karma Yogi's yajna, where everything that he performs is like an offering to God and or Ishvara. And the Jnani's yajna is like a for offering himself into the fire, kind of with the kind of feeling that he himself is his himself being offered. So then we go to the more general yajnas. This is the ultimate yajna that is being talked here. Now we will go into with the succeeding verses other yajnas as well.
Anybody else wants to speak on this? Yes. Riya?
I think Rekha wanted to speak.
Rekha wants to speak?
I just wanted to mention, Swamiji, that a very interesting example has been shared of harakiri.
Harakiri, yeah.
It says that
Tell about that, huh?
so he's saying to offer the ahankara unto the knowledge of Brahman is the best form of harakiri there is. Harakiri being a way of committing suicide by the Japanese in case they feel they have offended the emperor. So they are supposed to cut their own bellies, and which is actually the most painful way of death. So he has, it is very amusing to see that he has likened this to something so extreme. But I guess this is also as extreme.
Your voice is little low and your net is also not very stable.
Net is not too good.
Voice is not so good. You have to check it up. Yes, Riya.
So basically, Sharda ji has covered it all. So basically, two karma yogis and sannyasis are being described here. So karma yogis perform rituals for antakarana shuddhi. They are doing all the rituals, all the karmas with moksha in the end, and they are doing it for their antakarana shuddhi so that they can be prepared their mind for the moksha, and they do it with proper shraddha, faith, and it's performed meticulously how it should be done. So they are performing all the rituals and karma in that way. But the sannyasi, but when the sannyasi perform any ritual and karma, since he's aware about the vision, since he is established in this vision of everything being Brahman, they are both the karta performing the action and karma, the offering, the one who is offered, the object who is offered in the ritual, in the karma, because they're aware that even while doing since everything is Brahman, there is no enjoyership and no doership. So they are not getting, if everything is one, what is the result that they will get. So they're aware of this, and since because of they're aware of this, they can see a karma in the karma, and this is why they can see that there is no difference between the one who is doing the karma, the one who is offering the karma, and for whom it is being offered. So this is what it
Yes,
is.
yes. Anybody else? We go to the next. Shrodradinindriyanyanye Sanyamagnishu juvvati Shabdadin Vishayanyanye Indriyagnishu juvvati. So now he is talking about the discipline of offering of one's sensory activities. So what is it? Shrodradin. So अन्य others, the whosoever is doing this Sanyamagnishu, into the fire of Sanyam, fire of self-mastery. So organs of hearing, etc. Shotra, so Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha are all the objects. And organs for these are Shrotra, Twak, Chakshu, and then Rasana and smell. Last is Nasika. So all the five, Rasana is the water, the tongue, Rasana, and smell is the nose. So all these five, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, in this order you should remember. Shabda is the first. Shabda, Sparsha. Sparsha is the touch. Rupa, fire, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Why it is in this order? Subtlest to the grosser. Subtlest to the gross. Subtle to gross. So Shabda is the space. Sparsha is the Vayu, touch. Chakshu is the Agni form. With that is Chakshu. You see the form. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. Rasa is the water. After fire is the water element. And Gandha is the Prithvi. So these space, air, fire, water, earth. All these five elements and five Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Shrotra, Twak, Chakshu, Rasana, Grahana. Like that. Grahana is Nasika. All these five Shabdadin Vishayan. Vishaya is what? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, sense objects. So that is what Indriyagnishu, into the fire of senses, Juvvati, offer. The sense objects they are offer into the sense organs. Indriyagnishu. Indriyagni is in the fire which is senses. So this is kind of a yajna one has to do. These are all practices. If you have to find Brahman, if you have Vyavasayatmika Buddhi in life, you will be geared up to do all these sadhanas day in and day out. Otherwise, you are just involved. This is just intellectual study and just something we are doing just like that. But if you are one is very honest and one has really come to understand, even You have touched somewhere little bit. Now you have experienced the taste of it. Therefore, now you want to go deeper and deeper and know more and more and more. You can't leave it just like that. You have to know it, not just mere appreciation of the whole teaching, but know it by the mind yourself, whole thing, and experience it in the sense of know it fully and experience it fully by doing the sadhanas, what has been expounded, unfolded through the Shastra. Become serious in your life in the sense of nothing is to be left, but the whole shift has taken place, and therefore you can still keep on doing how everything is offered into the fire of senses. That is what, how you can offer, that you have to see what is the teaching all about. So how you can offer, who will explain this verse? Vandana, you have studied today? Do it.
Here, Swamiji's Gita is explaining about how one does these sadhanas. The person here is offering, is exposing all his sense organs to sense objects, sensory objects, just to test himself and also to control his sense organs, and which will further help him in his studies or in the path of Gyan. And whatever
ज्ञान नहीं है, path of ज्ञान is not ज्ञान है, path of ज्ञान is not there actually. We cannot say path of ज्ञान. This is all understanding about oneself. Therefore, you have to say whether it is karma yoga or jnana yoga. In both, these practices have to be done. Not only path of jnana. In karma yoga also you have to do. Because in karma yoga also nivritti marga only. You have to give up all these things. Sadhanas have to be done in karma yoga lifestyle also. You know, whether you are grasti or a sannyasi, whether you are karma yogi or path of jnana, jnani, path of jnana is jnani. When you say path of jnana, it is sannyasi. Right? Okay.
So here mostly the verse is talking about karma yogi only, because Swamiji also mentions the yogi offers sense objects to his sense organs. Moreover,
Yes.
whatever pursuits, whatever he's pursuing, his pursuits are towards are all dharmic in nature, which again is helping him in his antakaran shuddhi. Whatever he's doing, he's Swamiji, that's it. Like what I understood is that whatever he's exposing himself to all the sensory pressure, sensory objects, and he's just trying to know his boundaries, where till where he can go and where he has to stop, which is beneficial for his sadhana.
Okay.
That's it.
Right. Gautamji?
That was the main thing which I understood from.
Good. As much you understand, that much you say.
Swamiji, the first line of this shloka relates to the sama, what we have discussed earlier many times. Here the organ of sense perception, through the sense perception like hearing, seeing, smelling and all, are being offered into the fire of self-mastery. That one must have some sort of sayam. People who follow this discipline are practicing sayam only. They practice alertness with a reference to the senses. And whatever fancies are coming to the person, that are being offered in this particular yajna. And this second line is related to the Dhamma. Dhamma, the sense objects are offered into the fire of the sense organs.
Yes.
Means Dhamma, one should have some sort of discipline and training. Swamiji has quoted in the verse also, in book also, that like a mother regulate the eating habits, foods to the children. So in the same way, that sense object means our desire also have some sort of limitation. What we have to see, how much we have to see, what we have to hear, how much we have to hear, or talk, how much we have to do, and all these things we have to regulate. So these two lines are, one is related to sama, another related to dhamma.
Dhamma. Shama is control of mind,
Mind.
and Dhamma is control of senses. Right.
Swamiji,
Yes.
Swamiji, Swamiji, why have they taken Shotradi? Why have they mentioned Shotra as the first sense organ? Because we can close our eyes, we can close
No.
our ears,
Shrotra is,
but
I told,
smell is
I think
something which we cannot.
Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha is in the order of space, air, fire, water,
Yeah,
earth. So the subtlest is space.
is
Through
space.
space, you can hear the sound in the space. Then touch is through the skin, through the vayu. And then fire is through the sense organs of this thing. All those things are more subtle than gross. Like that order is always there. That is why Shrotra.
But
Shrotra
Swamiji,
is the
let's
subtlest.
say, yeah. So if I am sitting, meditating, I can close my ear, I can close my eyes, but the smell, the sense of smell, that I cannot. I can close my mouth also, but so that's what I wanted to.
That is a different question. You are mixing up the two questions. So that is a different question. You don't mix up why first. First you say why first Shrotra is explained. Shrotra is explained because it is subtlest. Now if you ask this way, therefore everything you have to take care of. It is not that you have to, whatever, if you understand every sound is Brahman, then no sound should disturb you. And who is the hearer? And what is heard? So hearing takes place. Swamiji, when he used to do meditation, he used to say hearing takes place. There is no hearer and there's nothing heard. Hearer and hearing and heard, they are all three are one and the same. So hearing takes place through this instrument of body, mind, sense complex. And in this body is the Shrotra. And the Shrotra is hearing Shabda. So Shabda is also Brahma, Shrotra is also the hearing is what? The hearer. Hearer you are separating. How it is separated? Oh my God, I am meditating. Why this sound they are creating? They are just disturbing me. हो गया खत्म, meditation गया. Because you have labeled that sound bad. Who is labeling? This is the person, the hearer. There is no hearer. Actually, hearing takes place. And you are just Brahman. That is the meditation. So you are meditating as a meditator, or because a meditator has to meditate on Brahman. But not meditator and meditator, you and Brahman, the object of meditation, are not different two things. You are Brahman. And therefore, Shabda is also Brahman. And if you have this appreciation of this understanding, the whole meditation is a different level. And therefore, you will be okay with everything and anything. That's it. And that is why the whole thing is in that Agnishu. Shrotra, Adin, Vishayan, everything goes into that Agni of the senses. Objects go into the Agni of the senses, dissolved, finish. That is what is explained here.
So it can be taken as Upalakshana also, no?
Yes. Upalakshana means everything is to be covered,
Covered.
but first subtlest thing has been taken, that's all.
Right. And Swamiji, actually, all these sadhanas will lead to dharma viveka, that is a purushartha viveka.
Yeah,
So,
Purushartha Viveka.
so sama is basically to understand that
Dharmartha, you are saying two things together. Dharma Viveka, Purushartha Viveka, they are two different things. Purushartha
Dharma.
Viveka is clarity of purpose of life, that is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi.
Dharma viveka, Swamiji.
Dharma Viveka is what is to be done, what is
Done.
not to be done.
Done. So actually, when you control the senses, then you don't go against the dharma.
Yes.
You become dharma aviruddha.
Wow.
Dharma aviruddha acharana. So you have
Acharana, Aviruddha, because because of dharma viruddha acharan, therefore also all these disciplines you
जी
follow meticulously,
जी
and therefore you become a karma yogi.
हाँ स्वामी जी,
Otherwise,
क्योंकि योगी ये जानता है कि विषय भोगों में लिप्त रहने से उसका आचरण में बदलाव आ सकता है, और वो धर्म और अधर्म की जो विवेक है उसको खो सकता है। इसलिए उसको
हाँ।
इस साधना की जरूरी है कि वो अपने विषयों पे कंट्रोल करे।
यस। सर्वजीत, आपके नोट्स। सर्वजीत, यू हैव नोट्स? सर्वजीत, आज नहीं है नोट्स, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट क्लास। So, anybody else wants to say anything on this verse? So, discipline in activity, all discipline is required. Therefore, dharma activity about, and therefore that all becomes yajna, right? So, this same verse further Krishna says in this very same state, same thing is there. Sarvani indriya karmani prana karmani chapare atma संयम योगाग्नौ जुह्वति ज्ञान दीपिते. तो ज्ञान दीपिते, lighted by knowledge, atma संयम yoga agnau, in the fire of self mastery. Sarvani indriya karmani, activities of the senses, prana karmani, and also activities of the organs of action. So indriya karmani and prana karmani. Prana apana jnana dana, prana karmani, activities of organs of action, he is telling. Juvvati, offered to into that. What is that? All activities of the senses and the organs of action are offered unto the fire of self mastery lighted by knowledge. Offered word is यहाँ पे छूट गया बीच में. There is a mistake in the book. Others offer पहले ले लिया. Others offer all the activities of the senses and the organs of action unto the fire of self mastery lighted by knowledge. Who will do this? Same to same है ना last verse की तरह से. Who is
The previous
Ah.
verse was meant for the karma yogi. This verse is meant for the sannyasis.
Now you do that now.
Yeah, and Gyan Deepte
Jnana Deepite word is there.
means lighted by knowledge. In
Yes.
knowledge of what is right and wrong, what is nitya anitya, and person must have a vivek and vairagya for this.
But these sannyasis are not jnanis,
Yeah.
right? Still,
Yeah.
they have to really practice and do all this, and they are not still jnanis. Otherwise, they don't have to do all that.
And these sannyasi offer their activities except what is required to maintain their body, because they are the sannyasi, sustenance of body is required. So whatever other activities are they perform, that is being offered into the fire of self-mastery. That they must have some sort of Atma Sayyam. Atma Sayyam, Yog, kaun sa Abhinav Juhavati.
So they live a life of meditation and contemplation. Atma Sanyama Yoga, that is. Atma Sanyama Yoga is life of meditation and contemplation. Yes, who else? Rajiv?
This sannyasi who has a lifestyle of sannyasa, no, he's a little more advanced and a little more mature. In Karma Yoga, we saw that senses are being controlled to understand or have dharma viveka. No, he has gone one step further. No, nitya viveka is also there. He has the vairagya and viveka both, and nitya is in addition to the dharma viveka. So he has sacrificed all the activities of his life to gaining knowledge. So jnana dipata, this is the sacrifice he makes into this yajna now, and he has not still reached the stage of sama. So he's also dhamma and that Dhamma is meant for gaining knowledge.
Good. See, so much is there in the Gita if you elaborately study, and then you can learn what you have to do in life. That is what, if you are convinced, now Gita is talking, Swamiji is talking, Swami Dayananda, Bhagwan is talking, Ved Vyasa is talking. The whole tradition is talking to you. For whose welfare tradition is talking? My welfare. And I don't want my welfare. Don't I? If I want my welfare, I have to follow all this. The tradition. And that is what it is.
Because only the problem is that I think I'm too smart and I can take care of my welfare.
That is.
That is the reason.
I still depend upon my buddhi, but buddhi has to be really sharpened. And therefore, drishyate, Kathopanishad says, drishyate tu agrya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhihi. Who can see this? One who has agrya buddhya, sukshmaya buddhya. Two adjectives with the buddhi as well. Agrya buddhya, sukshmaya buddhya, drishyate. That is why this Atma can be seen only by a person who has very sharp medha, intelligence. And then he will have the wisdom. That is why in our Dakshinamurti mantra, whosoever has that, this medha and prajna are asked. Medha and prajna are the two things, which is the utmost thing you ask. Medha is the intelligence. Medha, that is why Medha Sukta is there. And then prajna is the wisdom, ultimate wisdom of knowing yourself. And therefore, all this can happen only when we have Jnana Deepita, is the discipline being lighted by knowledge. So discipline will come when the Viveka is there. Viveka is there, Vairagya is there. All these qualifications which are talked of, Sadhana Chatushta Sampatti is there. All these things will be there. Then in your life, you will have these disciplines. And then you will gain self-mastery. Atma Sanyama. And they give up the activities. Wantingly they give up. We keep holding all kinds of activities at the fag end of our life. We don't understand the difference between Grahastha Ashrama and Vanaprastha Ashrama. We keep holding to our same lifestyle as we were young, when newly married. Same thing keeps on going. So that is what the difference is. We have to give up the activities. These seekers have given up the activities and taken up to a life of meditation. And therefore, such sannyasis are many. They have taken a life of meditation. They sit in with themselves mostly. Whatever practices you do, something you should be doing. Whether you are grahasti, also you should be doing some practices. That is what previous verse was talking. We will stop here. Then 28, 29, 30 and add up the next two until this verse. You know, the next two verses are there. 31 and 32.
Evam bahuvida yajna.
Or 33 also. 31, 32, 33.
Conclusion.
Because it's comparing Shreyan, Dravyamayad, Yajna, that 33 is the real conclusion.
Karma Khilam Partha Jnani
Yes. So then these two verses.
Then of course it's the
those three verses and that three verses you can. 31, 32, 33. Right? Because now it is talking of pranayama completely. 38 is talking about dravya yajna, tapo yajna, yoga yajna. So it is different topic. I don't want to rush into. Anyway, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you all.
Very